I could sell this thing to Pfizer and have it go into production as a pill factory. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is Easily Influenced. Today we are going to do another yarn review. So for those of you tuning in for the first time, this is my channel where I discuss all things knitting and yarn related. So the usual knitting podcasts, I'm sure you've seen a lot of those. And I've been doing a couple of yarn reviews on yarns that I've kind of tested out and knitted items in and now worn those items and just giving my thoughts on those. So I have started with the Purl Soho brand because that is kind of the brand I have the most experience with. So one that I have used the most, that I have lived in the most. So that's where I decided to start, but I may add to the series and add other brands to that mix as well. But for now, we're sticking with Purl Soho. And today we are talking about the Cashmere Merino Bloom yarn. So I'll put in a little video here of me scrolling through here, but just some stats on this. This is a 75% extra fine merino and 25% cashmere yarn. It comes in 100 gram skeins, and that equates to 218 yards or 199 meters. So this classifies as like a light worsted DK, and that is indeed what I have used it as. Now, one of these skeins will run you $43, so these are expensive puppies. They are not cheap skeins. And here's the one item that I have knitted out of this. This is, let's see here, this is my champagne cardigan by Petite Knit. Now, any eagle-eyed viewers out there, you will have probably seen me mention this in my What I Made in 2023 video, where I called this my MVP of the year. You know, my thoughts on that in terms of the pattern have not changed. Like, this was a fantastic pattern to knit. I'm 100% sure that I am going to use that pattern again with a different yarn, and you're going to see why in a second. You're also going to see why I didn't put this on today to show you in a second. So the pattern was great, you know, still love the way this fits and everything, but I have some thoughts about this yarn. Let's start with the positive. It is lusciously soft, okay? So this is a wonderfully soft yarn. I mean, both the merino and the cashmere, you can tell, are high quality. Now, that's about all I can say in terms of positive things. So I think you know where this is gonna go. This pills like nobody's business. I could sell this thing to Pfizer and have it go into production as a pill factory. It's bad. So I've said before, and I stand by this, I am happy to deal with a certain amount of pilling for handmade items, especially in natural fibers. I think that's just, you know, a bit of a trade-off for softness. And, you know, having to like depill something every 4 or 5 wears, okay, sure, whatever. Not the biggest deal in the world. I've never minded that so much. And I've also done that, by the way, with any store-bought things that I used to own as well. So this is not just for hand-knitted items. You know, I've had a depiller for, I don't know, over a decade. Like ever since I started buying nicer things in stores, I've had something to depill them with. So this is not like foreign territory to me, but I'm going to try and show you this here and see if you can actually, like, do you see the level of like, I mean, you may even be able to see it like not on the edge, just sort of on the flat fabric. Like, just for reference, I wore this down to Virginia Easter weekend. I depilled this whole garment before I went. And you might look at like this situation here and be like, oh, you know, Michelle, did you wear this on a 5-mile hike with a backpack on, like constant friction on the fabric? No. We drove down to Virginia in a car. So I literally just sat in a car for, I don't know, 7-8 hours, something like that. And, you know, got in and out of the car to stop for breaks and grab lunch. Like, that's literally it. And I got there, and I mean, this is what things were looking like at that point. And I'm like, listen, I'm all for, you know, just kind of looking after your garments and depilling and so on, but this is like next level pill creation. I mean, I don't even know what's going on. And I wonder, I mean, it is because I think it's because this yarn is very soft, so that's one. I also think it's because it's quite a loosely plied yarn. And I don't have any left kind of in the little balls that I could show you, but I think had this been like more tightly plied, this may not have been as much of an issue. And then I also think I didn't do myself any favors by knitting this with the suggested needle, which I think was a US 7. So, you know, the gauge is like, it's not that it's see-through, but this is not a particularly tight gauge either. So I think all of those things together, I mean, here, look, there's like crazy, I mean, you can even see those on camera. Look how big those are. So all those things together mean like I didn't do myself any favors, but also this yarn is not doing me any favors. And here's another thing. Sorry, I'm just adding this because I forgot to put this in the original video, so the lighting changes, you'll see. Here's another thing about this. I have, the reason I'm not wearing this right now, I will show you. Here's a little black t-shirt, and I had a bunch of just, you know, kind of plain black t-shirts, and I had like leggings and stuff when I went down to Virginia with this. Now, I'm gonna hopefully show you so you can see this. Okay, so there's the, hang on, this is harder than it looks. Okay, I'm gonna just sort of drag this along the surface of this black t-shirt. Can you see what's happening there? The fibers, maybe it works better sideways. So I'm just gonna pull this along. Do you see what's happening there? This is a killer. Like, this just left white fuzzies all over me, all over my pants, all over my shirt. And even after washing those items a couple times, I was still finding them. So yeah, just an addendum to what I was saying earlier about the pilling. Yeah, this also leaves fuzzies all over the place. So it's not just the item itself that's pilling, it's pilling on your other items too. So anyway, that was just a little addition to what I was saying just now. So, you know, this is really disappointing. I also think the color means like pills really show up. I mean, look at this one. This is like, look at that. It's like creating its own life form. It's like crawling away from the sweater. I don't know. It's incredibly disappointing. And you guys know I'm a big stan of Purl Soho. I mean, it's a shop that I love. In fact, I just ordered some more yarn from their big sale recently. I will continue to order from them, but this was just a miss. And you know, it's not like this yarn is cheap. I think I ordered 7 skeins of this for this item at $43 a skein. I mean, do the math, but like, this is a really disappointing outcome for me having spent that amount of money and this amount of time knitting. And now I'm like, well, if I have to depill this thing like every time I wear it, eventually is this just gonna like disappear? Like, what's gonna happen to the, you know, the fabric? So I don't know. I'm really bummed. I'm bummed. This was a beautiful item that I you know, spent a lot of time on. It was my first kind of double knit button band. I just love the whole process of making this. It's so soft. I really love like how it feels, but it just looks like a hot mess after, you know, a day of wear. And that is just too short of a time to have that happen to such a you know, an expensive yarn. So yeah, I mean, I'm really sad about this. I'm gonna have to give this a 1 out of 5, and I'm so bummed because I'm actually looking at the page for the Merino, Cashmere Merino Bloom on my screen right here, and there's a bright poppy red one on there that I wanted to use for something, and now I'm like, listen, you know, I'm not gonna make the same mistake twice, and it's too expensive of a yarn to kind of take that gamble again. So yeah, bummer. I'm sad. This was a miss, you know, no way around it. That's all it is. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I will try to like depill this again and just sort of wear it as I'm able to and see if maybe over time this issue goes away. And if it does, I'll let you guys know. But I mean, so far I haven't seen any improvement. So yeah, that's that. Quick one today, really quick yarn review. So that's it for now. I'll keep doing these. You know, somebody asked me if I was going to kind of continue to post these videos. The answer is yes, I will, provided that I have a little bit of time to kind of live in the items that I've knitted out of these yarns. And this is a great example. You know, when I finished this and sort of was first, you know, glorying in the beauty of the pattern, that was like January and I hadn't worn it that many times. And I was like, well, it pills a little bit, but oh well. And, you know, a couple months later, my opinion on the yarn is very, very different. So I want to make sure I spend a little bit of time living with these items first. But yes, I will be posting more of these videos. So thank you for tuning in. You know, if you use this yarn, I hope you had a better experience than me. And, you know, as always, comments are welcome, questions are welcome, suggestions are always welcome. Hit like, hit subscribe, throw some comments down below, and I will catch you guys next time. Take care. Bye for now.